How's everyone going? We're up here today just doing a few bits and pieces, but I thought, well, I'm going to drop the oil out of this thing, put some nice fresh stuff, fresh filter, and we might see if we can get it to move, because it's in a bit of an awkward spot. So yeah, that's going to be the plan for today. Might do a couple of other things, I'm not quite sure, but yeah, no, that's probably about it. Might see if I put the air cleaner on it and get a few other little things buttoned up, but that's mainly it. Get it running with some fresh oil and get it moved, I think. So yeah, alright, I'll get set up here and I'll bring you back. Okay, there's no nice way of filming this. I can't find anything to screw you to, so magnetise you to. So I'm just going to hold the camera while I do this, so if it's a bit wonky, I do apologise. Don't know how this oil is going to look, but we'll find out. Hopefully it's not real nasty. Oh. Oh, it's coming. That's not what I wanted. Well then. I'm glad I didn't run it for very long. Oh, here comes the good stuff. I was planning on changing this before I started it, but yeah, that just didn't happen. Oh well. If it's buggered, it's buggered. It sounded okay though. Alright, we'll let that drain and we'll pull the filter and have a look in the filter. And got a new filter for it. I hope it fits, because I haven't had a lot of success with buying filters online for these things. They tend to not fit for some reason. Oh, there's a bit more. Oh, I'll let that drain for an hour or so and get as much as I can out of it. Then we'll move on to the filter. Alright. So, how the bloody hell am I going to do this? We drain the oil. Sit there. Get that. Swing it out there somewhere. I can't even see the bloody screen on the camera. Around that way a little bit. There we go. I think you can see something there. I'm sorry if you can't. So the plug's back in. On the spanner. I know why the oil's bad in this thing. This filter's an absolute just nightmare to get to. That's obviously why they never changed it. But oh well. Come on. It's finger tight, that won't be too bad. So yes, the plug's back in. Let it drain for a good amount of time. Let's see what this filter looks like. Okay. Need to get the canister to come loose now because the nut's backed off and hitting the spill pipe, or just about to. Well, not the spill pipe, the breather pipe for the injection pump, so got to try and there we go. We have oil. Let that drain out a bit. screen back up, grab you guys. Let's see what's in here. Yeah, seen worse. Also seen better. It's very sludgy. I'm waiting for that filter's element to slide out and make a huge mess in the bucket. How am I going to do this? I'll bring you guys back in a sec. Alright, back. This is really nasty in here. If you're wondering. See the chunks I peeled out of it trying to get it out of there. And here's replacement. Looks okay. Looks better than that one. Oh, it's disgusting. I'm going to use a whole heap of brake cleaner on this thing, get it cleaned up, and I'll bring you back when I'm trying to put it back together. Might see if I can work out what filter this was too. Fucked one, that's what it is now. Alright, I'll bring you back in a sec. Alright everyone, the old one's out. That's the, oh, I don't know if you can see, there's some sun's bloody shocking. New one's in. A lot of stuff came out of that. That was nasty. Let's see if we can find the right spot for you guys again. Out there somewhere. Peeled out the old O-ring. Looks, you know, like everything else, absolutely trashed. I've got a plumber coming. The dogs are barking, so I wouldn't be surprised if he's here. So might get this started. Oh, in you go. But I'll probably have to cut this and go chat to him in a sec. So, oh yeah, that's it, I think. There we go, yeah, that's got him. So I'm not overly confident on this engine anymore after what we found in the sump. The thing was, I dipped the oil and it looked good. I was quite happy with how it looked. It felt pretty good and whatnot. So, lesson for everyone. If you don't know, just drain it. But I suppose I'm in the same boat as everyone else. You want to hear it run first and go, oh yeah, you know. By the time you put a filter and oil in it, you're like, that could be $100 down the drain if it's not real good. Oh well, it's fine. We'll see how the poor thing goes. I'll give it a few oil changes, and if it seems to be alright, we might pull the sump one day and clean it all out and whatnot, you know, all that sort of stuff. Alright, done. Put some oil in it. I'll investigate what the dogs are barking at and I'll bring you back. Alright, we're back again. I can't remember where I was up to. I had to go do other stuff, so where were we? Actually, I can't remember now what I was doing last, but anyway, moving along. We need to put some oil back in this. Oh yeah, put the oil filter on. So that's good, that's on, tightened up okay. So now we need oil in it and top radiator hose. Got that sorted. So it should be pretty right. I end up with that one. There it is. That. Got to fall in the motor. It's not going to be the easiest thing, but we'll make do. I think they hold about 7 litres, I think. So if we put most of this in, we should be right. Didn't even spill it. Let that drain down a little bit. It takes a while to drain down out of there. It actually filled pretty much all the way up. I suppose these things don't get a lot of oil up top real quick, so it's no surprise. It's on the stick. Do I give it a bit more or a bit less? Or... Well, it's on the stick, so that should be right to run it. Because it's not flat here, so it's not going to be anywhere near accurate. So I might just leave it at that. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, put most of that in there, so it's a 10 litre container and holds 7. And we've got it's only about 5 left in there. Maybe we'll go a little more. Just to be on the safe side. There we go. Leave it at that. Leave it at that. Should be right. Alrighty. Now I've got to pull that thermostat out because there's all crustiness sitting down in on top of it. So, alright, I'll get some spanners and I'll bring you back. Alright, back again. Oh, is that recording? Yes it is. Just got to keep an eye on these things. Can leave there. Probably destroy the gasket, but for all intents and purposes for today, it doesn't matter. Ooh. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. Come on. Yeah, that's what I was looking at. I was like, oh yeah, no, we don't want that in there. Let's put you back there. Now, if I just sweep some of that off. think this gasket's going to survive this very well, but doesn't matter. It's a little better. Just jam this back in for the moment. Yeah, gasket's pretty well toast, but it's just to get it up and running. So if it leaks a bit, well, I assume lots of things in this cooling system are going to leak. I'm under no illusion that it's probably going to need a good bit of love. But for today, I just want to be able to move it. Still pretty certain this radio, the cowling's been pushed back. This should all be a bit further forward, but I might, yeah, be able to get it all to sort of go back together, maybe, or maybe not. Get in there. Nah, I think she's a bit too bent. Alright, flip that out of the way. There we go. I'll worry about that bracket later. So yeah, I'm pretty sure this big bit of steel holding the boom up is pushing the nose cone back a bit. Bloody flies are annoying today. It's not one thing, it's another. If it's not wind, it's bloody heat and flies. And... oh. Not much you can do about it. Alright, there's that done. Let us put that top hose on. I'll just sit... I'll fire it up first before I put the rock cover back on it. Just so I can see if I'm getting a bit of oil up top or not. That one, that one. Let's see if I put that around there. Put that one on there. Actually, let's go the other way. Otherwise, they'll interfere with the rock cover, I think. Get on there. Not the wrong way around. Shouldn't matter, I don't think. It's always something. Hold on. Hello? Hello? One of those. It's always one. Next thing I'll be getting scam bloody calls after scam calls. You can see it now. Get on there. I'm not a big fan of these factory type hose clamps. Then just, I don't know, they don't do it for me. They're too awkward. I suppose they do work. Getting there. Oh, yeah, bloody awkward things. That'll do for the moment. I don't want to go too far with this and make it, you know, all perfect, because half this will probably end up coming back off anyway. There'll be leaks and, you know, stuff like that. Just want to hold a bit of water so I can have a bit of play with it. That's really all. Ugh. Now, see if I can't get some water in this thing. And not get the water down the top of the motor. You guys are not going to see squat there. Alright. Hopefully you can see something there. See me make a mess of this and pour most of it down the top of the motor. That is awkward. No, not in the top of the motor, in the hole. A smart man would have put the rock cover back on before doing this. That's not me though. Let that settle down a bit and put a bit more in it. Still gurgling. so we've got a hole out of the neck. That's fine. At least the radiator will be mostly full. Put that back on so the small side doesn't go missing. Grab you guys. Move that. Alright, so I'm going to get some things set up and we'll see if this thing will go again. I'll bring you back in a sec. Okay, right, we'll fire it if it goes again. We'll see, it might not run again. Yeah, let it run for a bit and then we'll see if it'll move. I don't know if you can see it. I've got a strap on the shut-off valve, so if it does go badly I can pull on that and shut it down hopefully. Haven't left anything under it. Alright, let's see what it does. Come on. Come on. Play the game. That's all on, that's on. What's going on here? Why do we have no power? Might need a little bit of starting fluid. It's probably ambitious to think it was going to start by itself. Not quite enough go. I'll bring you back in a sec. Alright, back again. We'll try with a bit of Land Cruiser power. Holy dolly. Yeah. Something rubbed really badly there for a minute. It's so weird. I don't know if you can see that, but look, it's so strange. You're in it and the whole cabin goes from one side to the other, and oh, it's a weird feeling. Really weird feeling. Oh. It moves. It doesn't have a lot of power, but it does move. But I suppose it's been run for literally like 30 seconds. Oh, at least it's moved. That was the main aim of the game for today. Better go see what the... I don't know what the fan must have touched on something, but it made a horrific noise. Don't know what that was, but... Oh, I'll bring you back once I get off this thing. Alright, back again. Well, I was a bit worried about that. Grinding into stuff. So, it moved under its own power. That's always a start. Didn't move well, but it's going to take a good amount of running before it sort of all frees up and, you know, starts working like it should. It might never ever be overly powerful, like we did cobble this engine together out of junk. That's a bonus. My hose stayed in the tank. I was a bit worried about that coming out halfway up the hill or something, and I wouldn't know. Next thing you got 60 litres of hydraulic oil absolutely everywhere. I'm really chuffed. It doesn't, not only does it run, it moves under its own steam. I'm not going to say well. I wonder what the hell the fan touched like. It sounded nasty. Oh, I'm assuming whatever that was will bite me in the backside at some point. Oh, yeah, it looks like we do have oil coming up through the rockers, so that's good. Let's see. Alright, I'll let it settle a little bit, and then we'll see how much, what our oil level, sort of, how much oil is in it. Oh, I'm really happy with that. I'm sure the neighbours aren't, because she was awfully loud. Did start a hell of a lot easier. Still didn't, you know, needed a bit of help. But the battery isn't great in it, you know. Everything's against it. I need to get cooling sorted properly. Set the valve clearances properly. Put some fuel filters in it. I've got them there, I'm just not doing it today. I just needed to move it. So, got a few things to do next time before we even start looking at hydraulics. You like my ratchet strap around the shutoff. I was about to sort of fire it and I'm like, shit, I need some way of stopping this if it all goes pear-shaped. Because I didn't even know if it had brakes. FYI, it does. And they don't feel too bad. Feels better than the ones on the Power Major. But, yeah. We didn't go far. Like, we just, yeah. That's all we did. At least it's all lined up now and, you know, it's a bit nicer. Doesn't sit on a weird funky angle like it's just been dumped off a tilt tray. Oh, I'm happy with that. That nearly looks like a damp stain on the tank there. When does the tank leak? Now, yeah. So, not terrible, but not great. So, yeah, bit of a win, maybe. I don't know. Don't know what you classify as a win. It didn't have death knocks in the engine, so maybe we'll classify that as a win then. Poor old thing, I don't know. That sump, the contents of that sump, you know, yeah, really should have dropped that before I started it in the first place, but it looked good on the stick. Speaking of sticks, turn the screen back on so, yeah, knock that a bit off from there. Dip in again. Yeah, it's in the range. It looks okay. Don't know. So really, next thing, I need some exhaust on this. It sounds like a bloody speedway car. So the neighbours would appreciate something muffling it, I'm sure. And I don't mind my neighbours, so I need to keep it that way. So that'll be the next thing. So exhaust manifold off the super major, and then use that manifold on the major, or new major, and yeah, cut up the one on the new major for the elbow off it. Because I think what we're going to do, yeah, I think that's about it. I think something like that. I don't know. I'm just rambling on, trying to think of anything else I need to add, but I don't think there is. So you all like, share, subscribe, you know, all the fun things that you guys should do. I don't know. Wheel on angle. Or is it just me? No, I think it's just me. Anyway, like, share, subscribe, blah, 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 blah. And I'll see you guys in the next one.